Just when you thought the Warriors couldn't go anywhere but up, you get a rested Steph Curry back, Draymond Green back after the suspension, and his return to conditioning. You are playing a Grizzlies team that is down like 5 of their best 6 players. The only starter playing is essentially Jaren Jackson Jr., who goes 4 of 20 on the game. No Ja Morant, no Desmond Bain, no Steven Adams, no Marcus Smart, no Brandon Clark, no Jake LaRavia, no Derrick Rose, if you even want to go that way. And you even have some history with this team, and we proceed to lose in the most embarrassing fashion this season. Another worst loss of the season candidate, which, I mean, there have been a lot of them. And, I mean, it's just, it is what it is, man. Draymond at least looked, I guess, good in his return, especially the first stint we saw him in the first half. But it's just bad. It's just not good enough. And Draymond himself talked about the defense, which has been an issue, which is obvious. He talked about us just not doing anything right and not having pride enough to defend our man. And I think it starts with that, certainly, but it's also the way we close out. We probably have the worst close outs of any team in the league, really. I just genuinely feel that way. Steph always has horrible closeouts to shooters. We are always late to closing out. We always leave the shooters too open, the players too open, and the efforts does not seem there. And that really starts with Steph, in my opinion. Individually, we have some good defenders, one-on-one defenders in Kuminga, Clay, Wiggins, but Kuminga and Clay have real trouble communicating, and then team defense is not great as much with them. Kuminga, you can see him trying every game as much as he can, but it's still a learning curve for him because he did not play enough in the previous years. And then you have Wiggins just falling off a cliff overall, even though defensively he did a good job today and he looks better the last, I don't know, five or I don't know, man. The last 3 games he's had some up and downs before and mostly downs, right? But I'm trying to think. He started good against Denver, right? And he had some good games there. Then he once again fell off a cliff in those 2 blowouts. And then after those 2 blowouts, he's showing some pride, some heart. But I do not know if it's good enough, right? Because him being essentially one of the worst starters on one of the worst contracts in the league has certainly hampered this team. And yeah, we just don't have good enough closeouts, not good enough communication, not good enough rotations. And Draymond can help you look better, especially as he returns to more and more game shape and more playing time. But hey, is it really good enough? Kevon Looney cannot really defend anything, really. He's essentially, defensively just a cone out there. He cannot switch to the perimeter anymore at all. He can't essentially defend any pick and roll anymore. And, he can sometimes protect the rim, but it's just not worth the squeeze, right? Offensively, he does not finish as well as he did previous years. He also max up the space for Clay and Steph way too much. When he's on offense and when he gets the ball, he pump fakes a lot and everything. And we also like to play those 2 guard lineups, even, with Draymond back. While Corey Joseph is a solid defender, we give up too much size and athleticism, right? All of the other teams just have more athleticism, more youth, more energy, more speed. The speed issue, I don't know if it's really fixable because Steph just is old, obviously. Clay is older. Draymond is older. Do you really have enough speed in those 3 players anymore? I don't know, but they still looked good together when it's the 3 of them. But there are a lot of question marks if the core still has it in them. And offensively, if Steph is not going nuclear, we do not have enough guys that really screen well enough. I don't think we have good screeners on the team. We don't have enough good dribble, players that can handle the ball really. Or at least you don't. Steve Kerr does not trust them enough handling the ball. We don't have good enough passing for Warriors basketball. Today, the ball really stuck too much with Podziemski and Kuminga. But it also starts with us just playing badly, so they won't do more, and Kuminga can try to take over. And Wiggins, obviously, playing so badly does not help anything. And even though, like I said, he looks better the last 3 games or so. And Kuminga, of course, can have the ball sticking to him too much. He did not have an assist today, even though he scored and had rebounds. But I also feel like he's tried a lot to pass more, but it's just a lot, man. And Pojemski, sometimes I would say over dribbles also, but he had 4 assists today. Uh, but other than that, right, who else is out there? Trace does not obviously have all the intentions, but he looks better than Looney. Wiggins becoming horrible, like I said, is not great by any means necessary. Um, and Moody being out now, I think, could have provided some of this, even though he also isn't like perfect at this. GP2 being out, Chris Paul being out, right? Um, there's just a lot going on with that. And I don't know, man. We don't have enough all-around good players that fit what the Warriors do, really, I would say, right? That the ball movement, the off-ball screens, the off-ball actions, the passing, the rebounding has actually been great, so I'm tripping there. But offensively, really, that's that. And then you don't have enough defensive personnel also. So the roster is lacking a lot. And, you know, if you don't have enough pieces that play Warriors basketball the way we used to, can we adapt to those players, or is Steph just unwilling to adapt, right, with the off-ball stuff too much? Even though he clearly wants to play that way. You can't just keep calling on Steph handling the ball all the time if he simply wants to play this way because he thinks that's the way to win. But is there a time to adapt a little more to the other players? And yeah, you can let Steph play still off the ball, but run some different actions for other guys. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And you really can ask the question, is the big three good enough to win at this point if you trade everyone else but them? Because, well, the numbers still look good, but are they really good enough overall? Can Steph do much better defensively, close out better? Is it an effort thing, or is it just that he's slowing down a little bit, right? Is Clay going to be able to defend better all around? Is Draymond going to be able to stay on the floor, really, right? If you trade everyone else for Siakam and just switch around all the rotational pieces, do you really think we can climb out of these holes? Is it the first round exit anyway? I just don't know, man. And defensively, I think a lot of it should go on the coaching, because we always have had one of the best defenses in the league when we were winning. And since Mike Brown left and Kenny Atkinson has been in charge of the defense, there have been a lot of mishaps everywhere. And some of it can be, of course, personnel, but I also feel like it's bad coaching at this point. Um, anyway, the Warriors keep looking for answers. They can't find them still. Hopefully, Stephen Clay and Draymond can go out with more pride. Even though it might break my heart if we trade the young guys and we still, go outside. But if we win, we won 4 rings, and if it's early exists with the core from now for the next 3 or 4 years, I'll be here and we'll be here beyond that, right? We'll have to wait and see, man. Trade deadline is fast approaching. Trades will have to be made, and we just have to wait and see what the hell's gonna happen there. Shout out to GG Jackson. Shout out to Memphis for the effort. They were sniping. They were playing well. Not much else you can say there. Shout out to GG Jackson, the rookie, and Vince Williams. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, I did not say that wrong, because it would be embarrassing since he embarrassed us. Yeah, it's Vince Williams Jr. And yeah, another one. We play Utah next, who is on an absolute roll since Colin Sexton has been in the starting lineup. They are like 15-2 since then. They are playing incredibly well. Like, what can you do, really, right? What can you do? At this point in time, just gotta hope it gets better. And eventually it will. That's how life goes. That's how basketball goes. You just gotta look for the right pieces, and we'll see if they can find them. At the end of the day, it's just basketball, man. Win, lose, or draw, have fun, as Russell Westbrook would say. As always, be kind to yourself and to others. Love and be, baby. Love and be.